But Destiny has no right to be as good as it is, because since it came out, it has just been a dumpster fire of like, are we a competitive online game? Do we have a story? Who are these guys? So this looks cool. Let's throw it in there. We'll narratively explain it later. Like, it's just been such a mishmash. And I think moving to a free to play model is really what killed it. Well, the free to play model was kind of the start of its death, but
It's not
they
really free to
really
play. It's like free to taste.
it kind of goes back to what we were saying about live service games. It's a double-edged sword of like, hey, we can get this out, we'll fix it later. And they weren't so 100% go all the time. And we need to make sure that we have ways to pay for this. These changes we're making, these
Yeah.
people we're paying to be monitoring the game, the servers, all that.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I think that all ties back also into that fatigue. That for me, I would say my actual biggest issue with Destiny 2 as it exists today is first and foremost the FOMO. And
Yes,
so you have the
they
battle
really
pass.
play on that.
And for those who are watching this and we're like, what's FOMO? It's fear of missing out. And
Gambit was horrible with that.
dude, well, and then like they've also not invested in PvP. So I recently started I returned to Halo Infinite, and the season 4
Really?
and season 5 have been incredible.
Good.
In fact,
Okay.
they just have either a mid-season update that drops today or tomorrow that I think is actually including their firefight mode. So they're firing on all cylinders with that game. And
Okay.
so from again, I actually, the only reason I would do the PvE stuff, like the biggest motivator for doing Destiny 2 story, PvE missions, etc., was that they were taking them away. And that in and of itself is also wild, that people have spent money and then, nope, you bought that and now it no longer exists in the game. And I do wonder if there was some kind of Activision law or something that as a transition, that instead of slapping a 3 on it, and going forward, that they're like, we'll just keep everybody in this environment. So I think there's been some business decisions that have plagued them where today they're like, man, I wish we would have made this different decision, 4 years ago, because that would have been, given us a little bit of healthier approach. But the when it came down to it, like the FOMO pushes me out. Like it's actually the same thing. New World has brought in that same kind of FOMO where you get a battle pass, and then if you don't complete it, it just goes away, and then there's a new battle pass. Halo, you buy the battle pass, you keep the battle pass. So I have past battle passes that as I, cap out on a specific battle pass, I can go back,
just switch to another one.
I can equip any of the past ones and start working on those rewards.
Now, can you go back and look at prior passes and be like, oh, damn, season 2 looks dope. Here's
purchase it. Exactly.
bucks,
Exactly.
Chief bucks. I don't know what they call them.
Yes, you can. Whatever the hell they're called. But yes, you
I
can
like
do
Chief
that.
Bucks. They should
Meaning
do that.
you don't have to either that FOMO isn't present. So if you want to go and you want to I'm going to grind on that reward track. All right, here's the money. And if you don't want to grind on that reward track, then you get to keep the money. But if you spend the money, you're not now under some kind of time frame gone. That's also the thing is I would always get these weird cravings for Destiny right before the new season. And so then because I know that there's no reason to grind on this battle pass because it's going to go away in 2 weeks, I just wouldn't go play the game. And it's like, okay, well, they're missing out, I think, on that. And I think them infusing that FOMO into the game, I think needs to change. And my hope for the battle pass is that games like Halo set a new standard for well, why does your battle pass expire? I paid for that. Why don't I have access to it? Because, the thing that is always is that I have I dream that I have all this time to game, but a kid gets sick or, I got to work extra hours at work this month because, in our case, Maddie needed to have some kind of test that was not covered by insurance.